and he has the physique for it. I'm not gonna joke. The man is extraordinary. There's times when we're filming, I'm just looking at him, just staring at his body, which is shameful to know, I know, but he is extraordinary. He looks like an actual real-life superhero. I mean, not just in costume, like in everyday life. He's got, you know, when you see a comic book and they've drawn Superman and they've drawn him as the peak of physical perfection and there's muscles rippling in every place that there should be. He looks exactly like that in the flesh, and he's a different species. He has immaculate hair, perfect teeth, and you know. And frankly, a body to die for.
Now, I'm wondering about your own body.
Go on, be careful what you're saying,
because it's just that, what with his qualities, as you've explained, and your own particular qualities of string, does he exaggerate you? Do you look even taller and slimmer next to him?
Well, I haven't seen any of the footage, so it's difficult to say.
Yeah,
but I mean, obviously, I've been drafted in to add a bit of sex appeal.
Yeah.
So we shall see in the finished cut. But I'm not going to lie to you. It is a comedy film. You know, it's a comedy, it's a family comedy.
Oh, right, I'm sorry, I thought it was a...
Yeah, it's not a documentary or an erotic thriller. It's a family comedy, so, you know, if I am offering, you know, humour at any juncture, then I'll be very pleased with that. I don't want to give too much away about the story, but, don't know why you're smirking so much. Why are you giggling? You're going to be first in line, aren't you, Sammy?
Yes.
Yes, of course you are. But,
on a Wednesday, though.
I don't know, because a lot of UK audiences are not so... What do you mean on a Wednesday?
Well, it's cheaper then.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yes, you will want to pay top dollar when you see the kind of fizz that we've got on screen together. It's like Michael Douglas and Sharon Stone in Basic Instinct without any of the leg crossing. Although, who knows, maybe.
Maybe. Are those tight?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people in the UK probably not familiar with Dwayne. He's not so well known over here, although in the States he's supersized, physically. And he was a former WWF wrestler who was segued. He was known as The Rock then, he's now called Dwayne. He was known as The Rock. His catchphrase was, can you smell what the rocks are cooking? Which I've always thought sounds like a kind of playground euphemism for farting. Hey, Jack, can you smell what the rock's cooking? But apparently not. I think it was more of a, you know, as a call to arms. But, yeah, so, can I just say one word? Lovely. An absolute charmer. One of the nicest men I've ever met.
Oh.
Alright, Sammy, you're a fan.
Alrighty.
I like the sound of him. I worry that he could use his powers for evil, you see, but he's obviously chosen not to.
Yeah, he was a mean wrestler.
Was he mean? Was he a mean wrestler?
He had a grimace and he used to stand and he was fairly scared. I was about 8 when he was at his peak, so I was fearful. But yeah, it's nice to know that he's a genuinely nice man, and of course, you seem to be in love with him, so...
No, I am, you know, only in a kind of, you know, in a man-on-man way, which is completely innocent. But, you know, I think he's a lovely guy, and obviously you'll be looking forward to that enormously. As I say, I can't give away too many of the behind-the-scenes secrets. I've already probably spoken too much.
When's it out?
I think it's probably out next year.
Oh, get in.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Look at your face, look at the smile on you. That's going to be like 8-year-olds everywhere. In a way, because both of you are so tiny, it's kind of like seeing, as I imagine it will be, when the film's been released, and I imagine I'm going to have a whole new fan base.
Maybe. I'm just looking forward to have something to mock you about, rather than you sticking pens in my face before we come on air.
Listen, we should clarify that I did not stick the pen with the nib in your eye.
It wasn't in my eye, I did say face.
Yes, but it wasn't with the nib, was it?
It wasn't nibby.
It was just a prod. It was a prod more than a stick. Yeah. Listen, again, you've revealed behind the curtain there. It's all about on air. So thank you very much indeed for listening. A house is not a home from Field Music, and if you were a Field Music fan, then you'll want to stay tuned, because Peter Brewis from Field Music, along with his brother David, is here, and they will be playing tunes from their new album, which they recorded under the guise of The Week That Was. That's coming up later on the Steve Show. Workshop, of course, and that one is quite tricky to say. Epley? Check it out online if you're wondering. So obviously one of the key elements of the Steve Show is that not only do we recommend tunes to you, but you, the listeners, can get in touch and suggest music to us. And someone who has done just that is only on the line. It's Chris Morris, not the Chris Morris. It could be.
Unfortunately not.
I'm
not nearly as funny either, so...
Oh dear.
You should have probably just got him instead.
Well, we've been chasing him for some time, but we'll make do with you instead, Chris. Don't say anything as controversial or naughty.
I won't. I mean, I'm normally a massive racist, but
look, just keep it clean if you would.
Yeah.
That's what I have to do every week. So, Chris, where are we speaking to you from or at?
I'm in my room at the moment, and in Southampton, in my house.
In your house, right. So are you young? Are you a student?
I'm 17, so yeah, quite young. Half your age, maybe?
Quick, do the maths, Dan.
Yeah, I'm just working that out now.
It's almost bang on.
34.
That is exactly half your age.
34 in about a month's time. Thank you very much for remembering. I expect a gift. Now, so what do you do, Chris, aside from being a
I'm
teenager?
a student, so I go to college every day, and then I get home and I have to do more work, so I, just do that, basically.
When you say more work, do you have to do something difficult, like, in order to keep the family afloat, work down a mine or something?
Yeah, sulphur mines and
now, Chris, I always like to try and get a sense of what the teenagers are into at the moment.
Right.
So what's
probably
happening?
not best to come to me then.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you something of a nerd?
I'm a little bit of a nerd. Well, I listen to the show, so obviously.
Ooh, calm down, hang on, he slammed me. He's turned it back on me there. I was trying to insult him, he's insulted me. But seriously, I mean, what, is it all about MySpace and YouTube?
YouTube, I don't use MySpace. I use Facebook.
Okay. How many friends have you got?
I think more than 10 last time I checked.
Right. But in the real world, how many have you got?
Oh, less than that.
I would have thought so. So what are your dreams and hopes, Chris?
I don't know. Well, I'm off to uni next year with any luck, and doing a course in film, radio and television.
Oh,
so pretty much what you do, basically.
Yeah, you'd be able to kind of maybe cover all of my areas, the radio work, the TV work, and of course the forthcoming movie starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'd be very disappointed if that doesn't make it onto some academic courses.
I wake up every day and wish that by the end of the day I'm in a film with a wrestler.
Yes. Hey, listen, he's quite the acting talent. I genuinely am a massive Rock fan. I thought he was the best thing in the sequel to Get Shorty, Be Cool. He's by far the best thing in that. He's very, very good in the film Welcome to the Jungle with Christopher Walken. Very good in that. It's a good sort of action comedy. So don't be slamming The Rock.
I wouldn't dare.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with him. Now, then, we have a sort of series of questions, Chris, that we like to fire at our listeners. Just get a sense of who they are, get under their skin. You have to just answer instinctively. Don't think about it too much.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Be careful, though, because we know you're already a racist in your own life.
Yeah, I know, yeah. I may have to think about them for, a moment.
Well, certainly on this first question. Certainly be very, very careful on this first question. What would you ban?
Sorry?
What would you ban?
What would I ban? Old people in McDonald's.
Is it because it puts you off your food?
Yeah, it is. It's just, I mean, I go to college, and near college is McDonald's, and so that's what we survive on.
Sure.
And we go in there, and every so often, you see an old woman who's not, presumably her husband's died.
Yeah, sure. Presumably.
Pensions, struggling to keep her afloat, and, she's had to rely on horrible fast food.
She's been lured in by the promise of a Happy Meal, not realising that those words...
Honestly, I was at McDonald's last week, old woman there ordered a Happy Meal.
So old women...
Give her money.
Old women banned. If you could jump into any film and live in that film, what film would it be?
Ooh, Garden State.
Garden State. So you've got a soft spot for the woman...
Portman.
Who?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman. Oh, the things I could tell you.
Her name, apparently.
Not her name. He's a smart aleck. Well, now, what would you like to apologise for, other than that last comment?
What would I like to apologise for? These are really heavy questions.
They're difficult, aren't they?
Yeah. What happens if being a light-hearted?
Well, we've had that.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
No,
all right. No, listen, Chris, it's too late. We were going to go out on a high.
On the radio.
Chris, we were going to go out on a high, and we'd have gone straight into the track. Sadly, this is just a damp squib. So let's just go straight to your musical choice. What was it?
It's Brain Power by Freezepop.
Thank you very much indeed. We'll listen to it. Stay there, and we'll talk to you in a sec. Cheers, mate.
I love it. I love it.
We've just...
Hey, Chris. You've had some concerns because you were worried that the track sounded weird. I think that was just because of your musical taste. You've had it played back to you, and you've thought, hang on a minute, this sounds really weird and odd. But no, that's just the music you like, mate. Sorry. Sorry.
It's not even my normal musical taste.
Well, why did you choose it? Trying to show off?
No, I just thought it was nice. I thought you'd like it, Steve.
Well, what about that did you think I would like? What have you you've listened to the kind of, you know, sort of singer-songwriter nonsense that I listen to. Why would I like some women screaming?
People, it's not all about you, Steve.
Well, you know, this show is, and you've...
He's right, I did like it. Thank you, Chris.
Well, Sammy liked it, obviously, 'cause she's about 14. She's still impressed by the fact that they can make music. Listen, I'm a more sophisticated gent who likes things like Bob Dylan. Why would I ever like that? No, I did enjoy it, actually. I like something a bit shouty and noisy. And I appreciate your taste. Listen, we have to go to the news, so I really thank you for getting in touch, and you've been a joy to talk to.
Right, just before I go...
Be careful.
Just before... Yeah, just before I go, I would be gutted alive if I didn't say hello to everyone on Pilkopedia.
Right.
Especially Hannah and Surinder, who I think you know quite well, Steve.
I think I may have met them in passing, but I don't know them intimately.
They wore your face on a t-shirt.
Great, well, they're only human. I appreciate it, thank you so much, and thank you for doing that, and I'm pleased that you won't be gutted alive.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Yes, if you want to get in touch, then you can do that by various means. I think if you go on the website, is that right, Dan? You have to go on the website and you can click on my face.
Very much so.
And there'll be an opportunity to suggest a musical track.
Indeed.
We'll be back after the news.
On digital, online, BBC.
From her new album, that's Jenny Lewis with Elvis Costello doing backing vocals, and Carpetbaggers, the album is called Acid Tongue. Steve Show 6 Music with me, Steve Merchant, and my little gang here, Tiny Dan.
Stooges.
Hello. Oh, hang on.
Who's that?
We've got the news still playing. That's weird. They've just met the Stooges. Who knows what was going on? It's a good job they weren't effing and blinding, because you know what the news crew are like.
Oh,
Some of the effing and jeffing that goes on in that studio.
like a joke in a
Get
press
me the
conference.
news! They're often heard to cry. So listen, yes, I've been away, but I'm not the only one. Sammy, you've been stateside.
I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I was producer Jude's first guest in Nashville, where she left us to go to.
When you say guest, is she hosting her own little radio show there, just in her bedroom?
Yeah, just for herself. Just for
Please
her,
welcome Sammy.
Just for her and the Woodroaches. It was brilliant, and I totally understand why she's moved out there now.
Nashville.
Yeah, it's really nice there. There's nice people. I actually, I'd say I wrote you a song. I didn't really write it. I've adapted a song if you'd like to hear it.
This is interesting.
Yeah, it's not particularly good. Visited Jude in America, ate lots of food in America, people went rude in America, ran around nude in America.
Okay, I'm going to pick you up on something there. You say you ate a lot of food. You ran around nude in America. What's the story?
Purely for Jude's entertainment, that was all. No one else saw.
Through the streets of Nashville in just a pair of cowboy boots.
That would have been brilliant.
That would have been extraordinary.
And there was nude karaoke in Nashville, which we never attended, sadly, but it does exist.
Imagine if Dolly Parton had done that. Oh, knocked herself out. Good night. I'm out of here. Thanks very much. I'll be here. Well, I won't be here next week, actually. What about yourself, Dan? You've been travelling. Didn't you go to Israel to sort out the problem?
I did go to the Middle East, yeah, did a little bit of travelling around. I was actually going over to meet my girlfriend, who you may recall, I was offered 200 camels for her.
And you went over to see if that offer still stood?
Yeah, lots of camels there. Actually, they're a bit overrated, camels.
Are they?
Yeah, they've got humorous faces.
Sure.
But they don't do a lot, to be honest. They sort of sit around. So it was no deal. So
she must be pleased.
Yeah, lots of kudos for that. Yeah, I assumed obviously that I would, because you know me, I'm not a brave man.
No.
So I assumed I'd be finished. I didn't think I'd come back from
What, you
there.
thought you'd be blown up or something?
Well, something. I don't know. Something would happen to me. But you know, I did all right. Really nice. Yeah, very nice. Travelled around a bit. Yeah, it was.
Has it been a bit blown out of proportion?
Well,
All this kind of, they don't like each other.
it's a light-hearted entertainment show,
Okay.
so I'm not going to delve too deeply. But there's a lot of problems there. Yes, it's complicated. I didn't solve it.
I have been overwhelmed, because I've been stateside, with the American election, which is pretty much anything, the only thing anyone ever discusses over there. And I have actually become hooked on it. I'm fixated with it now, because it is fascinating. Naturally, I mean, everyone else has already been joking and laughing about Sarah Palin. She is obviously a remarkable woman in so many ways. And I don't know how much of it's been reported over here. Some of her amazing comments, including that she can speak on foreign policy because she can see Russia from Alaska, which was